당장 죽은의 모든 가르침을 전부 이해할 수는 없으나 해가 떠 있는 동안 제 것으로 만들어 보이겠습니다. 파우스트는 그것에 능합니다. 원망하지도 탐을 내지도 않으니 저 또한 훌륭한 사람 중 하나일 테죠. 죽은 웃지 마십시오.
Well, anyway what? Did the plugin work? Did I log into YouTube? Hold on. Select live source. Oh, it didn't. Activate. It should be okay now. Okay. There we go. Watch now. Click on the button. We stop here just to make sure. I can lower the quality here. Is the microphone on? The microphone is on. Okay, I'm not talking to myself. Well, you know. Just fixing around some extra stuff in the backgrounds, don't mind me. Here we go. I'll leave this tab up because for some reason only today I decided to start reading Wonderlab. Don't ask me why. I recommend Wonderlab. It's very fun. I'm having fun at least. For someone who doesn't exactly read a lot of manga and other stuff, I'm having fun. But yeah. Today I wanna try. I know it's not a story. It's an event on Limbus. But I wanna try doing what is probably going to be a somewhat short live stream on Limbus. A few things that I want to address before that. One, I did make a live stream of Limbus. I think it was season 3, I think. It was season 3. Yeah, it was season 3. I did the whole Ishmael's story arc of the game. But then when it came to the next season, I just thought, I don't know. You know, when you just have doubts, you go like, should I even do this? And then I even created at some point a live stream for I don't remember the seasons by name, I remember it by number. No, it's the opposite. I remember them by the character, not by number.
원망하지도 탐을 내지도 않으니
Yeah, shut up.
고작 이 정도 끄나 풀이나 족치려고 저까지 불러들인 건 아니었으면 좋겠군요. 길바닥에서 걸린 시비도 아니고 조직끼리 목숨을 걸고 결전을 외쳤다면 당연히 당신들 윗대가리 쌍판은 봐야겠죠.
I changed the window because I thought it would be someone that talks a little bit less, for sure. My bad. Well, I don't know. I play this game more for the story and for the contents other than the gacha. I gotta say that Limbus has one of the easiest gachas to get into because of the crafting system. And this is the second point that I want to bridge. Like, wow, you're talking about the crafting system, how the gacha is easy. How do you have so much currency? Well, this currency here, I don't know if it's gonna it's not gonna show.
울지 말고 할 말 있으면 빨리 하시죠.
How do I check the source of the currency? Oh, it's right here. Majority of it is free. I only have paid currency because it is when I bought the season pass. It is the only like the only day, let's say, that I actually spend money in this game. This is the only game where I actually buy the season pass, the only gacha. Even when I play the Tribe 9, even I play other gachas off screen. Like I played Genshin when it released. I played Genshin up to Inazuma. I told the story already. I played Genshin up to Inazuma, and then I just started getting boring with the game and I stopped. I played Zoneless when it released. Not Zoneless, Star Rail. Zoneless and Star Rail, the same thing. I played when it released. I played for a while, and then I stopped. And then another update came out, and I was like, oh, let's see how the game is going. I was like, yeah, it's the same thing. And then I stopped again. But the one that I played the most is Limbus. Is the only one that I actually spend money on, and the only thing that I spend money on is on the season pass, which might be also another reason why I don't play the game. I don't feel like for a gacha game I have the spirit of a gacha player. I just have the spirit of a casual, as a free player, which is odd because not extract. I will be doing the gacha. If you go to my inventory, the only thing I don't have is this. And the announcers. The paid announcers. And some of the WAL PUR GIS announcers. I have everything from this season, for the moment. Everything from season 5. No, I lie. I don't have some of the fell bullet eagles, I think. But aside from that, I'm pretty sure I have everything. But it's all because of the crafting system. I don't do the gacha. I save lunacy for WAL PUR GIS. It is the only way I do a big splurging on lunacy when there is an event like WAL PUR GIS.
이전 부조장께선 부하들과 제법 점심.
Okay, shut up. Oh yeah, there is this thing as well.
이전 부조장께선 부하들과 제법 점심 식사를 즐기시긴 했죠.
Sorry. This is a word of caution. A word of caution, just like a call for people that want to play this game right now. If you're watching this on the future, like today is the 18th. The 18th of July, if you're watching this, would be 6 days later, so around the 24th. And if you're watching this from the 24th of July forward, you probably missed this. So if you're watching this before that, you can get a free test. But aside from that, what else do I have to say? On the last stream, just more of a personal thing. Last stream, that was during one of the Fear and Hunger streams, I stopped the stream because of a phone call. I actually had two phone calls. One was from my dad. It was a personal family matter, but it's not important. The other one was from my cousin, which he may have bounced to me a possible job. Depending on my luck, starting from either next week or the end of this month, I may have a job. Finally. Which means, yes, I'm finally gonna have money to buy a proper computer and games, so I don't have to depend on other people's libraries to play games. And I'm gonna have to find a new streaming schedule, probably go back to the late night schedule that I was using, which I don't really want. But if I am to continue streaming, that is probably what is going to happen, which is a shame. I don't know, I'm gonna have to think things. But for now, gacha. I will start the stream with gacha, since this is literally the only reason why most people will be watching this. I am, if you were present on my days playing Tribe 9, I have tagged myself as the ultimate lucky bastard, because I was extremely lucky on getting... Okay, stop putting the tongue out. Extremely lucky on getting the 5 stars, 3 stars, the high rarity units. On not a lot of pools, but then again, Tribe 9 was actually a very simple gacha as well. I guess it was to the point why Tribe 9 kinda just closed. It was a good game, but it was a bad gacha. Anyway, I already did a few pulls, because I don't know, I couldn't resist the urge, but I didn't get anything, so let's see what I can get. And it is a golden, and it is WAL PUR GIS related. It is an ego. One of the egos I didn't have, apparently. I didn't know I didn't have this. Ah, no, it's not. It's the new Yisung that I was going to craft. Is it a... No, it's the ego. Is this the ego or is this the ID? Is the ego. Season 5 is the ego. Okay. And the WAL PUR GIS is hammer. Okay. Alright. With money now. Come on. Nothing important. They haven't released any 3 stars ID this season, have they? Oh, there is one.
내게 남은 건 너를 처음으로 담당했다는 볼품없는 긍지밖에 없는데 결국 선택받는 건 그쪽이야?
Cool. Alright. See, this is another issue. I'm not super like, oh my god, wow, I got the thing from the event, I got it out to the heavens, oh my god, it is so difficult. No, but I just like, yay, I got it. It's not that I'm not happy, it's just I probably got something else. I got 2. It is so infuriating because I'm so nonchalant to it.
사랑과 평화를 소원하는 여자들의 이야기가 여기에 적혀있지. 바로 우리 마법 소녀들 같지 않은가? 해결사란 건
Oh, she speaks as well. Oh, I got another Rhodia. Now I just have to get the ego. Can I get the ego, or do I have to craft the ego? If I get any of the announcers as well, I kind of want them. Do it again. Something I already had. What was it? Oh, you. Okay. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Oh. It might be the ego. Oh, no, I don't announce it. It's the ego. Cool. And another Rhodia, because why not? Well, I still have left. I can get an announcer. I didn't get an announcer. 140. I make WAL PUR GIS sound easy. WAL PUR GIS gacha sound easy. It isn't. There is a lot of dedication. There is a lot of restraint. And it depends on the game. I want to see what are the probabilities of the announcers. Magical Go. Oh, I could. Whoa. Okay. The Queen is an announcer. I didn't know that. Tifret, Malcut, Pierre, and Jack. Angela. Okay. Molar Office, Virgilia. Oh, the Virgilias end up on WAL PUR GIS. Okay. For people that couldn't get Virgilius. Didn't get Virgilius from the achievements. Alright. I don't know what I do. The only thing that I know is that they are charged based units. As you can see, my charge is a few events in the past. A few events, a few seasons in the past. It is a WoW, which fits. Where'd you go? Are you at charge as well? Okay, I'm gonna begin with Rhodia. On hit, inflict sinking, gain deep tears. Deep tears, unique charge, fixed potency, resource used by certain skills or additional effects. Okay, it is a charge. I should see on the banner, because then I can get the maximum level. 6 plus sinking, coin power plus 1, a plus 3 protection sword. Turn start, gain defense level up for every maximum stack. For every stack, maximum 5. Turn starts at 3 plus stacks. Aggro to the leftmost skill on the dashboard. Okay, it is a defensive unit. Its character. Deep Tears is charge, protecting sword is defense buff. And of course there is 2. How do you activate the second one? What is the passive? Don't start at 0 or higher SP, gains blessing. At 0 or less SP, gains despair. Use minus coin skills as base skills. When gaining charge counts, gain Deep Tears instead. Deep Tears. Deep Tears is unaffected by charge potency. So you just gain counts. You just gain the 20 and you don't have the funny number on the side. Okay. This unit SP does not drop below -40 for the following effects. SP loss effects on unit space skills. SP loss effects from a line unit support passive. SP loss effects from tiers sharpened. Turn start gain 5 dip tiers. At 3+ stacks gain additional 5 dip tiers. Turn end lose stack times 15 SP. So if I'm playing as this Rodia, I can't what's the name of the thing? When you just go insane and start attacking your people with the eagles. If this unit has blessing, gains clash power up, but the effect stacks on start's turn. If this unit has despair, gain pierce power, but the effect stacks at turn start. In an encounter when this unit takes damage that brings SP to -45, maintain this unit's SP at -44 for that turn. This applies 1 to SP damage. It does not apply to SP changes or SP consuming abilities like using Ego. Makes sense. Okay. If this unit has piercing swords, before hitting an enemy with a basic attack, consume 1 piercing sword to inflict 1 sinking. If this unit has more than 1, before this unit's final basic attack skill point hits, consume all of it instead of inflicting it as sinking. Instead to inflict it as sinking. So the more piercing swords, the more sinking she does. Okay. If this unit has 3 tier sharpens, before hitting an enemy with the final coin of a base skill, consume all tier sharpen to inflict 3 sinking and 3 count, and deal 50% more damage with that coin. If this effect activated, reset to 0 SP if this unit has less than 0 at the turn ends. When you panic or Ego Corrosion recover, then heal 30 SP. So if she is positive, whenever she uses a skill, she's gonna use Piercing Sword to inflict more sinking. If she is negative, she only uses when she has 3 points of this passive, 3 stacks of the passive, but she also inflicts counts that are just sinking. Okay, and deals more damage. And then the SP resets to 0. This is basic passive, so it doesn't need resources. When in the blessing stage, take more SP. Outtakes SP percentage HP damage from attacks. What do you mean? Oh, she takes SP damage. So some of... To what I understood of this, she will take SP, like some of the damage she will take to HP will transmit to SP. Okay, I think that's it. Combat start at +3 protecting sword, gain 1 protection. This is on Breaking 4. Combat start at 5 protecting sword, gain 2 protection, 1 clash up. Okay. When in despair, deal more damage with base skills depending on SP. Wait, no, again, this is a damage mitigation based on the amount of SP that she has. Is that it? Yeah, this is damage mitigation. It's not damage going to SP. She just doesn't take this much damage. Okay. And then on this she deals more damage. It's the same thing, instead of being protection is damage. Okay. Then a support, combat starts, applies to the ally with the earliest deployment order, and -15 or less SP, +1 power to minus coins, and -30 or less SP, +15% damage, and +1 final power coin to minus coins. Okay. Inflict sinking and gain the charge counts for every 2 piercing swords. Yeah, just inflict sinking and gain the unique charge. Gains more power by sinking on the enemy. Gains more power by unique passives on her. If she has enough charge, consumes charge to deal more damage. Okay. The same thing, inflict sinking to gain charge and the passive. On the, can you go down? On the negative, inflict sinking. Okay, additional deep tiers equals to piercing swords. Is it the same thing here? Yes, okay. Skill 3. If your target has +6 sinking, coin power +1. Clash power +1 for every protective sword. If enough charge, consume up to 20 deep tears. If at plus 10, consumes up to 20. Okay. The more damage based on the amount of stacks consumed. Base power plus 1 for every 5 stack. If the target is defeated, regain half of the deep tears consumed by this skill. This is nice. If this unit has tear sharpens or consumed it with this coin, deal plus damage. Inflict sinking equal to protecting swords. How do you get tear sharpens? Did I skip that? It's on the defense. It might be on the defense. Loses 15 SP. Final power plus 1 for every 3 sinking. This is on the negative? Yes. At plus 10 deep tears, it's the same thing as in the positive. Base power plus 1 for every 5 stack. If target is defeated, regain tears. How do you get tear sharpened? Flashable guards. Coin power plus 1 for every 2 protective swords. Gain shield equal to SP. Divided by 3% of this unit's maximum HP once per turn. Okay. I'm just fixing my sleeves on my jacket. Gain 5 deep tears every time he uses defense. At the turn ends, at less than 3 tear sharpens, lose 15 SP to gain 1. If this unit has tear sharpened, lose tear sharpened stacks divided by 15 more SP. So every time you defend, you gain 1 stack of this. Is that a negative version? That is. Oh. If it is in the positive version, it's a defend coin. If it is in the negative version, it is a counter coin. All of them are unbreakable. Every time you defend, you lose SP to gain a tear sharpened. The more tear sharpened you have, the more SP you lose. Okay. Gives you charge, gives you unique passive. That's nice. She keeps fluctuating between positive and negative SP. Fits the character. It does fit the character. I didn't need to leave. This is the Eagle. Is this the Eagle? This is the Eagle. Passive of the Eagle, gain charge every time these units consume 10 cumulative charge counts. If this unit already gains charge count by consuming charge count on self, this effect does not stack with that effect. Okay, yeah, that's fine. These unit base attack skills that consume charge counts do 5% more damage for every charge on self. Maximum 25. If this unit is a lobotomy ego in the name of love and hate, which is Queen of Hatred, gain 1 additional skill, use 3. I'm gonna have to check the Queen of Hatred. Before attack, apply 1 magical girl's chant. Maximum 2 stacks. Getting this effect, gain 1 attack power, 1 damage up. These units' attack skills can gain or consume charge count, gain final power, plus 1 and deal plus 10% damage. It is made to be used. Okay. Either with this or with a charge unit. Before attack, gain charge, minus 1 attack weight, maximum 5. If this unit has Here Comes the Magical Girl. Gains charge attack weight instead. So if it is a charge unit, I think this is like the smaller charge number. I don't know how you call it. Not a count. The other number, the one on the left. And since Queen of Hatred ID doesn't use the first number, I'm gonna say it is the first thing as the Rhodia ID. Then it just used the charge value. After the attack, consumes out charge on self to heal 2 plus NV divided by 2. Allies with the least HP percentage by charge count consume percentage. That's a lot of numbers. Okay. It's not difficult to understand. I'm just seeing all the numbers coming up. If this unit is lobotomy ego in the name of love and hate, Don Quixote gain 1 magical arcana. Base attack skills deal more damage turn ends at 3+ stacks with minus 25 higher SP. Change SP to minus 25. Fits the character. Unbreakable coin, gain +2 charge counts 10 per turn. So for every unit that you hit, you gain 2 charges. Unbreakable coin inflicts mark of villainy. This is from Ruina. Yeah, it just marks a character for elimination. Plus 10% damage to one of the targets. For the guy with the mark. Against the main target next turn, inflicts charge, -1, rupture, maximum 4. If this unit has, here comes the magical girl, inflicts +1 rupture counts. Okay. The corrosion. Targets randomly, indiscriminate. Before attack, gain charge, attack weight. If this unit has aggressive transformation reversed. For this turn, this unit uses minus coin. Space attack, it probably is from the ID. Consume all charge counts and deal more damage. By charge consumed. If this unit has mark of villainy, deal more damage for every charge. Maximum 25%, that's a lot. If this unit has hysteria, deal +10% damage for every charge instead. If this unit is lobotomy, ego in the name of okay, gain 1 hysteria. Base stack 0, max stack is 3, at turn ends becomes a dragon. At 0 or higher SP, lose 1 stack, at less than 0 SP, gain 1 stack. So Don Quixote can become the dragon, I like that. Unbreakable coin, inflicts mark of villainy against the main target. Inflicts charge sinking, inflicts sinking as well. Are you a sinking unit? You're a rupture unit. With charge. Did I see the passive? I did. It just increases the power of charge skills. Consume love-hate count on self to gain coin power +1. Coin power for every 2 love and hate. Gain 3 love and hate count. Gain +3 love and hate. Inflicts rupture. So gains charge, inflicts rupture. Dealing damage. What is the passive? Gain 1 love-hate every time this unit consumes 10 cumulative love-hate count in the encounter. Encounter stat, if this unit does not have hysteria, gain hysteria. If this unit does not have love-hate, gain love-hate. Turn starts. At 0 or higher SP, gain Here Comes the Magical Girl and lose regressive transformation reversed. At less than 0, gain the opposite. The opposite happens. So if your SP is higher than 0, you become more of a magical girl and less of a dragon. If it is less, you become more of a dragon and less a magical girl. This unit's SP cannot drop below -40 due to the SP loss effects from this unit's base attack skills. Do +2% damage for every love and hate. Maximum 10. Combat start, gain 1 magical arcana. Support. What magical arcana does again? Increase the damage from the skills. Magical power charging support. If among allies that gain charge count with the basic attack skills, one ally with the less charge count uses a base attack skill that gains charge count, they gain +2 charge count. So it just helps people that has, everyone that has a charge ability on the team, she can help them gain more charge. At 0 or higher SP, heal charge on targets times 2 HP. At less than 0 SP, heal charge on target SP. So this fits with the way she works on lobotomy actually. With the weapon. Because the weapon of the Queen of Hatred on lobotomy, it deals damage to enemies, but any ally on the path of the projectile of the weapon gets healed as well. It's not a lot of healing, but it's a surprisingly good support weapon. I like this. But she needs to be on the as a support, she can be active. Deal plus 10% damage for every love and hate. Consume 6 love and hates to gain more power. Gain 5 love and hate. Okay. Gain plus 4 love and hate. Inflicts rupture and inflicts mark of villainy. On the negative, hysteria. Base power for every hysteria. At 3 hysteria, gain 1 attack weight. Deal minus 50% damage against sub-targets. Consume love and hate. Consume love and hate. Lose 8 SP. Inflicts mark of villainy against the main target next turn. Is this? No, attack weight 1. This one is unbreakable. Deal extra damage for every magical arcana. At 3 plus love and hate, deal more damage. More 20% love and hate. Okay. Just more damage, just more damage. Consumes love and hate to gain point power. Point power plus 1 for every 5 count consumes. Gain 6 love and hate counts. Gain 1 magical arcana. Inflicts rupture on hit. If it doesn't break. It is a giant laser. Arcana beats, yeah, Arcana beats is a giant laser. Reversed beats. The skill deals minus 50% damage against sub-targets. What do you mean? Consumes all hysteria, clash power plus 1 for every star consumed. That is amazing. Consumes love and hate counts to gain clash power. Deals plus 24% damage for every love and hate on self. Before the attack, consumes all magical arcana on self. Gain plus 1 attack weight for every star consumed. Maximum 3. The maximum. Yeah. If the skill consumes 3 hysteria, gain plus 1. So the maximum is 4 attack weight. I just gain a massive amount of clash and attack weight. Before the attack, base power minus 6 for every cracked coin. Turn end if this unit is on minus 45 SP and it has less than 0. If it isn't, and it is a less than 0, heals 10 SP. Heal more SP the further this unit's SP value is from 0. 2 SP for every missing SP, maximum 50. It fits the character, okay. Unbreakable coin, on hit without cracking, inflict sinking, inflict sinking. Does her skills inflict sinking if she is on the negative? It does. Okay, I like these units. But now I need to build them. Build them and use on the events. Somehow. Oh wait. I should have... I do. Is this for the ego or is this for the unit? It's for the unit. Well, Don Quixote is the one with the ego, so... All the things unlocked. Leg. Oh, okay. This day 26. What a merry, fantastic day it was once again. For today was the day upon which I was available to chance to with your dearest fellow magical maiden. Explore the tales of fixers on the northern regions, whose conveyance of justice is most valiant. Ah, how tedious it must have all been for the maiden to be incarcerated in such a barren, claustrophobic chamber, bereft of even a morsel of stimulation. She who deserveth to breathe the free air, fighting evil by moonlight. Nah, one must always remain wary of the truth that she is but an abnormality. Not to mention that I, as a captain, must set a proper example for the proper employees, other employees. I must best categorize this under the label of attachment work. Ah, but of course, all of my efforts, preparing various props that align with the abnormality preferences, conversing in long hours with her, were all but honest toil to prevent abnormality Oh, abnormality 00104 Clifford counted for decreasing. You must be fantasizing at any suggestion or allegations that I did all this for the sake of my entertainment. Or that I voluntarily stayed past work hours just to obtain a legal gift. Are most preposterous accusations which I do protest with vehemence. Let this record be the witness of my earnestness. For this is quite bizarre, that my handwriting had become so squiggly and anxious. Before I am to proceed, some deep breaths. Thus I shall heretofore. What the hell is that word? Heretofore. Transcribe the lore of this arcana she explains to me. From what I hear, she is one of the veritable magical girls who are destined to battle villains. A great will, in need of observers of justice to stand tall before the overwhelmingly powerful might of villains, be it minor or major arcana. I've chosen them and transformed them into magical girls. As arcana itself is but a neutral force of magic. It can be possessed and molded by both good and evil. Only those who are free from the corruption allures of its power, only those with a steadfast vision of justice, may be hailed magical girls. She claimed to have other senpai, meaning that she is the least experienced or perhaps the youngest of them all, and had explained that one moment she simply found herself arising in this facility. As I was the one to enter the chamber in the moment of her awakening, she mistook me to be an agent of the arcana. She was quite hostile to me then. It was quite troublesome to resolve that misunderstanding. Magical girls, the arcana. Much did she befuddle me with words I found so peculiar and unfamiliar. Until I espied a common theme. All the stories she shared were none too dissimilar from the tales of the fixers of the city. Though following my employment here at Laboratory Corporation, Laboratory. It's gonna be the name of my next cat. I was behooved to relinquish this old dream of mine of becoming a fixer. Laboratory. If only I could dream again, by donning the identity of a magical maiden of justice. Ah, what joy that would be indeed. I inquired this with haste. Brady, how that one becomes subject of this choosing? A great tragedy it was, for she explained that she knew not why she had been chosen, or how one goes about becoming a chosen one. Yet I came to a revelation upon observing the ego gear extracted from her. Santa, were I to be equipped with the staff and outfits, the very essence of love and justice, I may be a magical maiden of justice just as well. She could not find it within herself to believe it at first. Outfit is hardly what make the magical go, she vociferated. Yet she soon came to see eye to eye. Mine most honest heart thirsts toward justice, this burning righteous wrath against evil. Moreover, when she witnessed my battle against wrist abnormalities, when she came out to assist her superior's efforts, she... Verily, 'twas the moment of revelation for her as well. I am, forsooth, a veritable and excellent magical maiden just as herself. We are now together protectors of justice at this company. Though this Sephiroth always diminishes us, admonishing us as more trouble than help, though other colleagues who have experienced loss at the hands of abnormalities may impart resentful sentiments against us. I know this to be the truth. That true magical girls are stubborn strugglers, survivors weathering whatever terrible adversity that cometh their way. These no wild, naive ramblings of a dream-consumed one. In fact, ever since my transfer to the Central Command Team to manage this magical maiden, What is going on? It's more the way... Why am I reading this way? It's like a mixture of papyrus and Burley. I have preserved and conducted repeated attachment work on her, and that have lifted me to the position of a captain. And as Manager Esquire has found this development, the lower containment breach rate for the magical 00104 most satisfying. Both Tiferet, Sir and Lady have both spoken thusly indeed. Oh, perplexing. Is that supposed to imply that she used to breach containment? Yet, in my recollections, I was her one and only manager ever since she was first contained in the Central Command. Yet, I have no memory of her breaching containment. Well, nothing to concern myself with. Truthfully, I am quite bubbling with excitement for what tomorrow holds. And it shan't be peace that awaits me. Nay, it shan't be. For that is a detriment for the world of mine existence. Is it? How strange. It is almost as if her sentiments are rubbing off on me. Verily, the existence of peace had no business with my usefulness. This must be fatigue speaking. Oh, I must also visit the welfare team, for they had open anew today. In today's management session, she claimed that there was a strange stir in the air. Perchance one of her elusive senpai had arrived here as abnormality. I must go meet the employee responsible for her management post-haste. Well, with jolly anticipation for what tomorrow holds. Thus doth my daily journaling come to an end. Yaha! Nice nails. I don't have enough experience thingies. Do I have enough to get Rhodia at least on 3? How do I do this again? Here we go. Up T1. I do not. I will drain Rhodia of her delicious shards. Why am I still speaking like this? 150 is more than enough.
나는 맞설 거야. 내게서 추출한 눈물과 별자리를 가지고. 네가 나를 선택했건 그렇지 않던 간에 난 관리자님의 명령을 수행해야만 하니까.
That's enough. The child's footsteps alone exude a crushing sense of melancholy. Every step insidiously seems to convey these distraction thoughts and palpable dissatisfaction to the very hallways of the welfare team. The sensation becomes even more blatant, more invasive, when she passes the once familiar and frequented containment unit. Why hasn't I chosen? Why didn't you choose me? Convey this resentful heart. Hey, Miss Rhodia, another busy day. Miss Rhodia? Yeah, sorry, I was thinking about something. Are you sure you're okay? I heard you've been pulling a lot of all-nighters lately. I guess I really do look that tired, huh? Yeah, the manager's been assigning me to so many containment units recently. Oh man, maybe you should talk to Mr. Cheese about this. I mean, it kinda does make sense for them to be so neglectful, or of a welfare team employee's welfare, right? Even the Sephiroth have to answer to someone, you know? It's entirely up to manager to decide which abnormality we get to work on. That's true. I got the opposite problem. I kept getting assigned to the same abnormality over and over again. And it wasn't even that interesting. Most of the time she just doesn't say anything or just whines and moans, so I'm usually the one who has to talk. And whenever she did say something, it's just never made sense, you know? Saying stuff like she used to be a knight. Oh yeah, right. Are you headed to manage 0173 again? No, never since the abnormality gave me something. I don't know, the manager's not been assigning me any management tasks. I'm not complaining, since I've been really tired as of late. but I just hope I'm not getting intentionally excluded from work. Wanna swap schedules with me then? Oh, I can't possibly. You're the team's model employee, Miss Rodia. I couldn't even dream of surviving your packed schedule. Just not good enough for that. Ah, sorry, I'd love to see you and talk, but I really gotta get going now. So, yeah, then go. Good luck at your day too. The child stares blankly in the employee's general direction as he slowly walks away. She wasn't looking at the employee. It's that floating thing above its head. A sigil, a gift from an abnormality. It's the blessing. The blessing of a proud knight bestowed upon those she promises to protect. The blessing can provide highly effective protection for the employees in battles against abnormalities or ordeals, but those are insignificant details for a child. All that matters is that she wasn't chosen. What's so bad about him than her anyway? What did he do better than her to deserve this? Her mind, captured by a sense of inferiority, spirals endlessly with questions after questions of his nature. So she glares at him, like she's trying to bore a hole into him. This child was transferred from a different team to the welfare team when it first opened. The reason behind the manager's decision was clear. A new risk level abnormality was appeared, the Night of Despair. To manage 00173, an employee of sufficient competency was needed. And she was indeed quite competent. It has been a while since her employment began, and the sheer fact that she was still alive was proof enough for her value. Thus, she became the first employee to manage 00173. There were positives to this decision to pair them together. The abnormality's ego gear was quite good, and it was a rather easy abnormality for the child to handle. However, the downside was that the reason this child found it easy to handle this particularly rescient humanoid abnormality was that she felt free to share all her thoughts with it. And that led to her developing this idea that they were kindred souls, that they were friends. Imagine being her, deprived of the blessing, the very token of that friendship. Imagine watching that very token being given to someone else entirely. Maybe she simply spent too much time in that ego gear, enough to have her senses corroded by that cold, depressing sensation. That would have been better than whatever this was. Because the child would never ever have to feel the sense of betrayal toward that abnormality. The manager's decision, however, was quite precisely made. The child, who was quite exceptional, did not need the blessing. It was better to give to a still fledgling employee to improve his chance of survival early in his career. Which is why he constantly assigned the child to different abnormalities to prevent her from gaining the blessing. He knows. He already knows everything there is to know about this abnormality, even before he assigns it to a containment unit. Well, let's continue on. That detail is not of much importance anyway. What matters is that there was no way for the manager to explain his thought process to the child. The other employee, much less competent than the child, ended up a cold, dead corpse in the medless condition of his company. Been a while. And when the abnormality escaped, the hollow pride that she still sought to protect someone broken, and encounters an employee with a nice glare, no, her old friends, becomes so twisted that you can't even return my greeting. More of that boring, old, useless self-loathing over failing to protect that kid, isn't it? That's just what you are, what you do, after all. So why didn't you just choose me? I wouldn't have gone out like that, kid. Not that pointlessly, anyway. A wailing cry tears across the very space itself. A reply or an expression of wrath, stung by her words. The floating blades soon gather around her. Gonna skewer me with a sharpened sword, huh? Fine. The child raises her own blade in preparation. The same blade as the ones floating about the abnormality. Still hurts me deep inside that it did not choose me. But I realize that I can't mope around forever. I'm busy as hell, got plenty of employees I gotta protect. Whole bunch of rookies just got hired, you know. The upper layer's going even worse. The small cut's finally about to snap from the crushing workload, apparently. They say that she's been acting stranger and stranger as of late. So I've gotta get up there and help him out. I don't have any more time to waste messing around with you. The child bites her lower lip, determined, and assumes a fighting stance. Sure, I don't even have a smidge of pride left. That doesn't stop the burner of my shoulders from growing, doesn't it? So I'm gonna live up to that responsibility. At least. Let's go home. 0173. The child will probably survive the suppression efforts. She'll succeed at it too. But her suffering will continue, and the sense of gloom will eat her alive. Her unusually high level of attunement with the ego gear makes her stronger, but allows for deeper corrosion. And the longer she wears it, the more resonant the abnormality's voice shall become in her head, torturing her. It is inevitable. Even still, she will work herself to the bone and fight to keep that responsibility for the tasks that are given to her. Because that, in her mind, is the only way for her to be chosen, if such a thing ever happens. Fitting, isn't she? Her distorted thoughts, they fit this cold corporation so well. Ooh. And now to level them. How the hell am I gonna do that? Wait. Who's... Ah, it was Ryoshu, no Rodia. The shards that I took. Whoops. That kinda happened. No matter. I will, however, properly consume yours then. I took 150 from Yoshu. I will take 300 for you. For the balance. Why am I vengeful over my own choices? What is wrong with me? And now the ego. Is it fine if I say I don't like the fell bullet? I don't like the fell bullet, I said it. Do I have the other one? I do. You know what's weird? I was not supposed to pull the fell bullet. Because the fell bullet is Season 5. Season 5 is saying that it's out of stock. It is not out of stock. It is stuck. It is locked, not stuck. Because in case you don't know, the way this game deals with unit and ego, ID and ego availability, the way this game encourages you to use your lunacy as often as possible, is that the content on one season, like once this season changes, you will not be able to gain the content of the previous season until the next season happens. For example, on the very beginning, this is my example. I couldn't get all of the Hell's Chicken ego when it released. I think I missed I I don't know why I brought carbonated water today. I am burping like crazy. I think it was Sinclair's Hell's Kitchen Eagle. I don't even use it. Lifetime still. No, it wasn't Sinclair's. It was yours. Yeah. I think I missed this one. No, it was Sinclair. Sinclair is the one that is level 2. Yeah, I missed it. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna have to wait then. And then I saw on the rules that in order for me to actually have a chance of at least extracting it or buying from the dispense is waiting until season 3. So I spent the whole season 2 saving enough points, enough ego shards for Sinclair. I think I went the whole season 2 like 400 plus on Sinclair. Just so that when season 3 came out, I would be able to buy the thing. So yeah, this is how this game encourages you to I'm trying to get back here, to use your ego shards. If you didn't, for example, I didn't get that fell bullet eagle, again it's another example, and then it changed to season 6. And I was prepared. If I wanted to have it in my collection, I would have to wait for season 7, whenever that was going to be. But I got it. I don't think I was supposed to get it. It might have been... No. Probabilities. Would I... 32 possible eagles. 1.3% chance of getting any eagle. Does it say which eagle? It is a he. Help. Oh no, it is here. Okay, it is on the list. Never mind. It is fine. I guess I was only supposed to able to get it because it was season. I've been speaking for 1 hour reading text. Haven't done the fucking event yet. Okay, let's do the event. They are level 1, but it's fine because the easy level, yeah, I get a little boost.
복지팀의 협조가
Shut
필요한
up.
거지. 복지팀의 협조가 필요한 거지.
What are the missions? Ah, there's the theater as well. God damn it. Okay, let me see the theater. Episode 1, 2, and 3. Ah, this is gonna take a while. The night comes still. Is it? The night of despair, the magical girl. Eh, it should be fine. How's the state? Say they brewed it with the tea leaves Xingchen. I'm gonna butcher every single one of these names. How's the taste? Say they brew it with the tea leaves Xingchen gives us. The Kaobei Hao Yinzing or something, right? I think. It's a nice cup of tea that goes down easily. Not as good as it ends though. Yeah? Cold wind of the... This is awful. I don't speak Chinese. I'm not made for this. I barely able to pronounce things in Japanese and in English as it is. You want me to speak Chinese and Korean? Are you kidding me? Now that we survived another huge incident, was planning to hold some consultation, yada. I wasn't sure the Mephistopheles was coming back, so I decided to conduct them outdoors. Well, a change of scenery can be nice from time to time. As much as I love to be part of the discussion, this thing didn't come with a mouth. Ah, that must be a sore spot, Dante. You've expressed that feeling before, remember? Whenever we're snacking together, you say things like that. You gave up the complimentary food from the warp train to Rodeo too, and you must have been curious what it tastes back then. Well, you know, it's not all that bad. I think I'd feel regret and sadness. It's kind of tragic almost. Ever since Honglu's severed the circle that bound the hierarchs to down goddammit, and sealed his year in their temple, he's been making a lot of expressions that I hadn't seen before. Moreover, lately, I've been getting the impression that he actively been trying to express his feelings and thoughts, even for things his past self would have simply accepted as is. Like an old dam breaking, his fresh spring water surging to freedom. I can give you a mouth, but you can trust me to give you a very detailed explanation of flavors. So feel free to ask me anytime. Yeah, thanks. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. Especially because, more so than anything, I could sense that Honglu was gently enjoying this moment. Yeah, I think I can finally mark him down as experiencing very positive changes in my consultation notes. But I'm not sure if any of that got through to you, given that you probably don't even remember the taste of food anyway. That's kind of rude. Let me change that to start you on a path of achieving some very positive changes. Excuse me, manager. That's when Sinclair suddenly rushed up to us on the pavilion. What's going on? I know you're in the middle of a consultation, but there's this huge big ass house truck by the entrance that's... The point is, I think you might have to consider this. Or a clockhead. Is that... The truck was indeed massive. It certainly did live up to that, all the fuss Sinclair kicked up about. Ain't that... whatever. Didn't seem to come to me that the sinners were all that concerned about it. Is everything okay here? Hope it's not another attack on Lengua. Nah, it ain't. Well, we did suspect that at first, but it's alright. It's because no one on the bus knows how to observe. It's all about the details, get it? Look, it's right there, the company logo. Where? Seriously? It's right there, in that corner over there. Oh, here. This? Might be. Ishmael pointed at something on the vehicle, irritation clear in her voice. I stared really hard at whatever she was pointing at, and managed to find Limbus Company's logo painted on the bus. It was the size of a palm. They were this close to chopping that truck into a million pieces when I pointed that out. Gotta say, I'm impressed you even managed to make out what that is. Doesn't look like anything other than a smudge to me. I guess eyesight's really the first thing that goes with age. I mean, it's kinda her fault for making it so small and suspicious, you know? Inconspicuous. It's because it's not a public-facing vehicle. Salt walked into our circle, dusting her hands and brushing past a few disgruntled words. This is a research vehicle used by the LC department. LCD. You used this once before, remember? Extrapolating for the material on the color of the truck's cover panel, it can be determined that this is the same transportation vehicle used for the regular checkup. Right on. Ever since you use it safely to arrive at LC, we've been using it to move the LCC base around. Hang on. Does that mean that we are your guinea pigs? And guess what? Just today, when we opened the truck to transport a different team. Oh, don't ignore me. Instead of answering Heathcliff's question, Saad walked up to the truck and swung open its rear doors. In it, we saw the same mass of machines we saw back then, and... Hey, this light. The non-familiar green light. I see. Saad, has there been any further modifications to this vehicle since then? Well, I'm not certain on the details, but LC's chief research... Hohenheim? Yes, him. Are you two well acquainted? Not very well, but I do make an effort to remember his minor yet numerous mistakes. Yeah, you sound oddly happy. Anyways, according to the research report he gave us, the vehicle being modified to allow for universal use across other departments of Limbus Company. LCB's bus, Mephistopheles, the report said something about us using the back door of that bus as a reference to equip this vehicle with various functions, and that explains why this phenomenon is taking place here. WAL PUR GIS. Yet, how is this possible when we sit not astride the bus seats? It is not a theoretical impossibility. Certain major parts of the technology forming this engine have been shared with Hohenheim. It is within the realm of possibility that the engine's influence may be transferred here as well. However, the means by which it has affected this vehicle was to be studied, since to comprehend its absence and the subsequent separation from the bus. Could it mayhap be a reaction to the presence of a golden bowl? At this moment, Mephistopheles is currently boarded by Virgilius, Charon, and various other members of LCCB, including pilots. Therefore, if they have traveled far, your conjecture may be true. Or there exists a flow that ensures an encounters with the... What did I do? With your WAL PUR GIS night, regardless of the environment surrounding us. Perhaps... Faust talked to herself, staring pensively into the distance before turning towards us with a mild registration. Lead the way, Dante. If it has found us, then it must rightly be observed. Oh, it is the middle area. I knew it. It's the former L Corp stone. Why do you mean knew it? Heathcliff opened up a betting pool about where our next WAL PUR GIS night location was going to be. A betting pool? Alright, what did I say? Pay up, it git. You told me it was just about time the patterns changed. No way, but it was just the right time to bet against the odds. Are they betting if the WAL PUR GIS is gonna be about either lobotomy or the library? By the looks of it, the bet seemed to have been about whether this WAL PUR GIS night would take us to... yeah. Hey, something about this place seems a bit different from the other former L Corp highways you saw in the past. It thou sensed it as well, Manager Esquire. Ah, it is familiar yet unfamiliar indeed. I'm gonna have to mute the microphone for a few seconds. Mute the microphone for a few seconds. There was a truck selling cleaning products sitting in front of my house. According to the reports, when the headquarters crumbled and fired a skyward light, it was... Indeed, it appears that with every visit we find ourselves at a further point in time here. As soon as the current day can be pinpointed, we might even be able to experience the day. Perhaps then... Well, that didn't take long. We're here to take care of some ordeal or something again, aren't we? Yeah, not complaining. We could have been loafing around and doing nothing while Justin left for that grand conference to decide the future of Nyang. I can't say that. For the life of me, I am unable to pronounce that without just sounding pathetic. We have so little time. Must prepare a more intense training regimen to make sure for last time. Whichever it is, it'll be fun. What's everyone waffling on about? Kill the Sephira is the angry one this time. Yeah, what did you expect? Some other voice speaking through the central command PA system other than Tiferet? Tiferet, the employees are confused. Please explain the situation for them. There is two of them? Yes, I'm also Tiferet. The central command, unlike other departments, boasts a rather significant size. It is large enough to have to be managed by two areas, A and B. It is said that this is why they have two separate Sephiroths managing the departments. Yeah, and it is a lot, even between the two of us, which is why it's up to you to be more thorough. Yeah, bring on the ordeal already. What are we destroying this time? Like I said, what are you waffling on about? There's been an abnormality containment breach. The whole company is about to go belly up because everyone else is off trying to suppress the mess on the other side. Then the alarm... The mess on the outside. I don't think... Never mind, move on. I've been, just faffing around already. Oh no, the second warning. Great, look what you did. You bunch of slackers, get to your headquarters now. Deal with the blue entity. Blue entity it is. Do I get something for the story? Nope. The Night of Despair. This one's kind of elaborate, huh? Floating swords are so hard to parry. Got such a long reach and is so thin that I can hardly see what it is. Ah! As if to prove Sinclair's words, the Azure abnormality fired another volley of thrusting swords in our direction. I got a message. Oh. Just as we braced. Yeah! Rays of pink lights coalesced before Sinclair, materializing before someone rushed onto the scene and pared away the flying swords. Ah, her again? Leaping right into the action the moment the second warning goes off. Huh? You're... Sorry I'm late. Here comes Magical Girl. Oh, that's it for the story. I don't mind. It can be short. I still have to do the event. I'm just watching cutscenes and faffing and reading text. Poof poof. Feels so bad, but she won't be a threat to you now. A thou barely a veritable magical maiden? Of course I am. I'm a magical girl fighting to vanquish this evil arcana. Oh! Then this magic is the legendary Odyssey does exist for truth, and thy most fashionable costume must be pursued to gather the magical power. Don Quixote, calm yourself. Where are you guys going? Paul somehow managed to precisely snatch Don Quixote's wildly flapping arms in motion and dragged her away from the magical girl and back to a group. Why'd you do this for? That thing is no magical girl. What is it with this conspiratory low voice and this... Oh? 0104, risk level WAL. It is a veritable abnormality dubbed the Queen of Hatred for recording purposes. Fear, that maiden is an abnormality. Yet she speaks and appears just like a human. And to label someone whose sheer appearance exudes justice, Queen of Hatred. I believe that is has been impressed upon you many times in the past. Our abnormalities should not be judged by their exteriors. In these, they possess the sense of self, they think and they feel. Perhaps by the head standards, they may meet the criteria of what is considered a human. However, that is an abnormality, no more no less. We slowly turn around to look at the blue-haired thing, compelled by false stern tone. We was just there, humming a light tune, swinging the staff around. Oh, the lights. Wonderful. Looks like I managed to protect the peace once again. And when the red lights turned off and the alarm stopped blaring on your ears, it puffed away in the same pink swirls of light she first appeared with. This is annoying, but the abnormality have to be contained at our department. You couldn't be helped, Tiferet. Not even the manager knows which abnormality will appear at the headquarters. Yeah, that's true. But she just gets on my nerves, you know. Always showing up at the tail end of a huge mess like the second warning, barely doing anything to help, leaving the scene like she did something. And you know how she completely loses it unless we baby her all the time? Tiferet, the mic's still on. Yes, so let them listen. The employees have to know that is... Abnormality is still abnormality at the end of the day, I guess. and management appears to be quite a source of stress, it seems. That is an understatement. Imagine having to take care, literally babying this girl. She's just there, standing around, shaking her hips, swaying her hair around, being all nice and shiny, and you think, oh, this is gonna be fine. And then you work on her and nothing happens. You manage to be successful in the first work. And then time passes, you look at her, and she is throwing a hissy fit. You go like, oh, something weird is happening to her, I'm gonna go and check on her. The second work generates one less box than you're supposed to generate to be a good work. And she becomes a dragon. That dragon moves on every corridor on the facility. Anyone who tries to fight the dragon forces the dragons to turn. The dragon opens its mouth, and in the direction that the dragon is facing is filled with a gigantic pink laser of destruction that destroys anything in its path. I'm gonna say that the last statement, what was this last statement again? And management appears to be quite a source of stress. Isang, you don't know half the story, so forgive me when I say this. Fuck you. Source of stress. Kidding me. Please review this document. It's a consolidation of a management reports for that abnormality. Yeah. A lot of words. Ah. Oh damn. She wasn't kidding about having to baby this one, huh? The scene's expression all start to turn rather sour the further they read along the report. I skimmed through it and it looks like she got this compulsive obsession that she always has to be on the side of justice. She grows more and more hysterical the longer a peaceful period lasts. What is her problem? Got anything to say to that, so great scholar of fixers? Indeed is quite different from what I anticipated. As fortune shall have it, we do not encounter the mutated form of the Queen of Hatred today. However, as they also possess such a thing as psychological stability, or sanity, it seems that employees assigned to this abnormality had the responsibility to keep her at a higher levels at all times. It cannot have been easy to put up with this humoring a monster in human skin. At least humoring then is the extent of the required effort at this point. You are implying that the management of the abnormalities entails something far more complicated than simply calibrating the sanity at a reasonable level. That is correct. It seems that this headquarters is yet to extract a larger quantity of abnormalities. A moment, if you will, to say that they extract. Isan furrowed his brows and started, noticing a strangeness in her choice of words, but we already found ourselves returned to the mass of machinery that was LC's vehicle. It seems that this is where this scenario ends. Dante, as there are maybe further information that can be garnered from this experience, repeated visits to this WAL PUR GIS is also recommended. Okay, got it. We gotta farm those event thingies. Yisang approached Faust to continue his earlier question, but Faust only shook her head in response, as if to say that she wasn't certain, or that she couldn't tell him just yet. To me, someone who doesn't even know what's going on with the company they're working for, all these stories about the former L Corp and the library was filled with nothing but confusing mysteries. But something about it makes me feel as though everything that happened in those two places are at once foundations and clues to what we're going through. Maybe I can even use these moments to understand the stories I've forgotten, the purpose of this company I work for. So, well, who's up for a second run? Let's, like Faust, focus on looking for those clues left behind. You know, it has been almost 1 hour and a half of the stream. You know what I haven't done yet? The event. Shit. Okay. Nope. What I will do, however, Go Eagle. Here. I need to level this up because I didn't do it. I am messing things around. Hold on. I still need to get used to this new... Oh no, it is... Okay. It's because of the event thingy. Check the missions. Aside from doing a lot of things different, complete the encounter without letting a single Forgotten Knight's sword. Sword of a Forgotten Knight. Okay, mess around and find out. Simple as that.
독재팀의 협조가 필요한 거지.
Who else?
각 정리요원은 위치로. 곧 열차 정리가 시작된다.
What I could bring actually. It is 6. This will be a little bit more thematic.
자, 투입.
There we go.
120번 홍로.
I cannot choose secondaries, which is fine. What was your passive again? One ally who has the most charge count at his turn starts do more damage, with skills that consume 7+ charge counts. 7+. Your passive. One ally with the least charge count kills an enemy. Yeah, that is... no. You're useless. No, you're useless. You're decent. You're fine. You just have something to do with Rupture, I think. One ally with the highest charge count deals more damage against targets with Rupture based on Rupture on targets.
독재팀의
자, 투입이. 120번 홍로. 준비는 끝냈어요.
Let's just go.
알고 침식도 양호. 아마도
Oh, are you kidding me? That's embarrassing. I can skip this. You know, they shouldn't just have the theater there expecting me to like not look at it on it first. Because I'm pretty sure one of the events you didn't have the cutscenes tied up to the fight.
아, 저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게. 나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
And this is the honest Tiferet, look at that. It's not the mean abrasive Tiferet. Take minus damage from burn, bleach, tremor and rupture. Everything else is hidden. Look at these bobs. If the target has more sinking, increase coin power. If he wins on a clash, inflicts cold black tears equals to the remaining number of coins. Gain 1 clash power down. If this unit is hit while it has this effect, lose SP by the number of stack multiplied by 2. If the Queen of Hatred reduces this effect, heals 5 SP. Is she here? Oh, no, that's not up. What do you do? Modify skill pool, gain 1 use of skill 3 but lose 1 use of skill 1. When inflicting burn, bleed, rupture, sinking and tremor potency with this unit, skills inflicts 1 more of each. Instead of panicking or corroding, reset this unit's SP to 0. If this unit is a lobotomy, why are you moving away? The lobotomy, eagle, sword sharp. Ah, you're supposed to be the second one. Okay, my mistake. Which one am I supposed to? If the target has 20 or higher SP base power plus 1. Okay, Rhodia is actually supposed to be the second. Well, I gave Rhodia a chance to shine as the captain of the unit for a brief moment. Let's go with this. Is this? No, this is fine. Is the purple one I need to be aware of. Let's go.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Come on. Oh, nice.
지키기 위해서.
She is almost stunned. Ooh, that wasn't great. Oh, and then the queen appears.
사랑과 정의의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장! 다들 평소보다 의욕적이야.
What do you do?
이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서.
Love and
설레네.
justice. For every stack inflicts one more rupture
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸
potency.
수도 있지.
Your first skill.
나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
It is this one. Base power +1 for every 5 Son of Rupture and Sinking on the target. Gain +10 Love and Justice. And your passive. Upon entry, apply power up for all sinners. If the target that Arcana Slave hits has Weather Knights, wind suppression at turn ends. If the target that Arcana Slave hit does not have Weather Knights, apply What use am I to our allies. The knight who wanted to redeem herself by saving others has now dishonorably called the Knights of Despair, forgotten from the people's memory, just like the others. At +10 Love and Justice count, lose 10 of his count and gain 1 Love and Justice potency next turn. At 3 Love and Justice potency, when inflicting Rupture, inflicts extra Rupture. Okay. You don't have swords yet. Is that a new skill? More coin power for sinking, inflicts cold black tears equal to the number of remaining coins, which means you have 2. Maximum 5 stacks, turn star, gain 1 clash power down. If this unit is hit while it has this effect, lose stack. Okay, it's same thing. So it is worse at clashing, and if it is hit while it has the passive, the things get worse. So I have to make sure he doesn't clash with anything. Which skill are you going for again? The third one. How many charges you have? 5.
날카롭고
Boom! What? What did you say?
꿰뚫려라. 전열이 무너졌군.
And she staggered.
제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격. 차라리 잘했어. 기페를
아무것도 남지 마라.
당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 굳이 칭찬할 필요 없어. 잘 됐네.
There are the swords.
작업을 하기 더 수월해지겠어. 기회를 놓치는 바보 같은 짓은 하지 않겠지?
If the sword with the helpless tears reaches 0, it stabs the Knight of Despair. If this unit with a cracked unbreakable coin, it does not activate the target's sinking effect. If there is an enemy with chanting Arcana Slave, prioritize that unit. Don't let the swords revive. Oh! This is the thing I need to destroy. Lose 6 defense levels, our skill gain +1 attack weight. Our skill becomes unbreakable coins. Oh, this is similar to the library fight. Destroy the swords with a passive, aka 1 extra attack. Surprisingly simple fight. It is the easiest fight of the magical gods, in my opinion. Easy doesn't mean it's simple, it still is a boss fight. Just gotta make sure I don't explode in pieces. This one. This dagger has sinking. You are the thing. How do I do this? Easy, I press the button. Good luck.
눈은 똑바로 뜨고 있는 거 맞지? 상층병이 옮기라도 한 거 아니야? 괜찮아. 이제 그 위험은 다른 공격 방식을 취해야 한다는 걸 깨달았잖아. 아무것도 남지 마라.
Sword is broken.
다음에도 똑같이. 제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
Lasers! Oh, wow. Nine damage.
정의의 이름으로.
Oh! That's one.
뭐야 이 수치는? 아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에
Good amount of
피해량이-
sanity.
잠깐. 진짜?
I could do this, or I could accumulate more power. And Crimea Reaver, shut up. Jesus. What a pest. How much energy you have, good sir? I can't see your energy, there is too many units. 12. Charge counts. The skill gains the following attributes. Between 5 and 9 charge counts. Gain 10 sinking and raises unit charge to 10. And becomes indiscriminate. I kinda need to destroy that. This. This? Doesn't matter. Which one I'm not clashing with? This one. Gonna make him dodge. It's gonna dodge. It's gonna dodge this and hopefully this. Or not, and everything just dies. Well, have fun. What was that? Oh, she's charging the big laser.
정의의 이름으로.
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
Now dance. Five damage. But it's not about the damage, it's out. It's about out. It's about out. Potential sinking. Out. Out. Sword is broken. Couldn't dodge.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다. 뭐야 이 수치는?
So, okay. So if I don't break the sword now,
잠깐. 진짜?
all that means the hollow pride of the Weather Knight. So if I don't break the sword now, she's gonna use the laser and awful things are gonna happen. Well, I have a laser too. What do you think about that, bitch? Oh, someone is broken. Whoops. How's your sanity? 45. Oh, you're doing great. I don't need to clash against this. Can you grab anything else? No. Can anybody grab this middle one? Oh, you can. Okay. Can anybody grab the first one and be okay? Yes. Oh, yeah. Alright. I don't mind this. Let's go.
날카롭고 정확하게.
정의보다도 큰 자요, 사랑보다 붉은 자요. 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 여기서 빛을 맹세하라. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을. 아르카나 슬레이!
Lasers! Whoa. Wait, it gets better. Oh, alright. Need to dance now.
유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아. 관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
지킬 게 많거든.
Big oh, hold on. She gets stabbed. The screen breaks.
우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을.
There's still one turn.
요전에
In focus encounters, the slot getting extra. Okay.
연구했다고 했어. 그게 저런 효과던가?
At 3 stacks, gain 20 speeds and use Arcana Slave. Arcana Slave. Next turn. 25. Does it matter what I do? Not really. Okay, have luck, have fun. How much charge you have? 2. 2-0. Yeah, you're gonna use the green one. Oh, that's a dog. Good luck.
본인이 하지.
지키기 위해서.
제압이 잘
But she's still
진행되고
stunned.
있어. 이대로면 큰 손실이 일어나기 전에 모든 게 안정화될 거야. 걱정할 필요가 없는 건 좋네. 잘했어.
Red one? Red one. Red one time.
집속불 내 맞춤장.
Oh God's lasers! And the fight ends. Oh wow.
당신 그래도 최대한 이제야 회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네. 이번 제압은 끝이야. 너희들도 고생 많았어. 티페리트, 너도. 언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네. 그때가 되면 휴식을 기다리며 고향의 노래를 부르고 있겠지.
And then we have more cutscenes. Yeah, I kind of already saw this. Whoops.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다.
Oh, look, level 5.
그러고
Did I get anything with that? I completed not all of them. Use minus coin skills a certain number of times in encounter and complete an encounter with a welfare team out of employees surviving and taking less than 8 hits from the enemy. Was not supposed to take. Whoops. Complete the encounter with the central command team captain surviving and defeating 3 swords to have helpless tears. Let me get my banner. Keeps making this noise. Could you stop? Well, I won't be able to do the hard missions because I kinda need to increase everyone's level. But what are the hard missions? Someone is playing on a Musume. I did consider, you know, I did consider playing on a Musume. I downloaded the game. I opened the game once. And then I looked at it. And I thought, it's not that the game is bad, because I see people enjoying it. I just like, for the stream, I don't feel the right target for this because, you know, I don't do the full gacha, more for the gameplay and the events and stuff. For Ona Musume, I don't feel like the right person to do it because I'm too cynical. A lot of people are playing it and going like, oh my god, horses and anime girls and whatever. I'm gonna be playing that and going like, why am I playing this? Then I ask someone if like, hey, you know me, like we're close, we're like friends or something, and they're like, yeah, we're friends. What do you think about Yuna Musume? They're like, oh yeah, it's a good game, it's a fun game, like, you know, anime girls with horses, like it is as you expect it to be. I'm like, oh yeah. If you were to see me playing Yuna Musume on a stream, how do you feel about me playing Yuna Musume on a stream? Ask this person. And they were like, you don't feel like the right person to be playing that. And I was like, yeah, I agree. I'm just cynical. I don't fit the image of the guy that plays cute anime girls video games. Not unless there is a deep-seated reason for that. You know what? That is a good short string. I'm in the string here. Okay? I considered it. I thought. I commiserated. I did the guy. I got the units. I got the units. I did the gacha. I consider a team for the gacha. It may not have been the best team ever. Like, oh my god, wow, they is such a great team and stuff. But I looked at it, I considered it.
사실 본인은 자네에게 많은 고마움을 느끼고 있다네. 자네를 관리하는 실적을 인정받아 이 중앙본부의 팀장으로 전환 발령을 받았다고 들었어서 본인이 자네를 담당한 이후로 한 번도 탈출하지 않았다고 하던데 설마 본인을 위해서 참으신 겐가?
Assume very much, but yeah, I feel like I showed enough of the events. I want to be able to do the hard missions because I need to get experience tickets. I I say this as a guy that has other things to do in his life, but I did wish they increased the amount of energy that you get daily. I did wish that, because then I would be able to get more tickets, more experience things, you know, or at least do more events where you get extra tickets for a while, like they sometimes do in gacha games, you know. Like you get a box that gives you more energy, and with that box, if you do the next few experience tickets, then again, there is not a lot of resources in this game. There is only like 3 resources. So you know what, maybe those kind of events wouldn't really work.
친구의 영담을 듣고 있다 보니 벌써 점심을 먹을 시간이 되어버렸지 뭔가. 배가 고픈 줄도 몰랐네. 저기 이번에 말해줄 건 진짜 더 재밌는 거야. 내가 지난번에 아르카나에게 기습을 받았을 때인데. 점심은 결식하겠네.
Oh, that is a problematic. That is a problem. Because I've been, as I said in the beginning, I've started reading Wonderlab, and it is showing in Wonderlab what happens when an employee gets overly attached to a abnormality. What is going on here is actually awful. It sounds like, it's just, you know, like 2 girls bonding and having adventures and talking about manga and anime and stuff. Like, nah, that is awful. That is actually an awful thing to happen. I'm ending the stream. I'm ending the stream. Okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you for, thank you for watching the VOD. I am going to make more Limbus Company content in the future, but I'm gonna have to also consider the thing that I might get a job either next week or the end of the month. So things may change. Things might change at some point. I will be updating everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I will bring more gacha games to the stream because it's something that I like. Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good something. Hope I was able to bring some